Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Allison, and from the bustling marketplace square of Hyrule Castle, I'd like to welcome you back to The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Events are about to happen, and things are never going to be the same again. Last time we did some stuff out in the overworld and collected a bunch of things as a child, and now I think it's time to grow up. We have yet to visit the Temple of Time, and with this being our first introduction to this sacred place, damn, I absolutely adore what they did to this place. Again, with the rays of light and the glossy floor, and you have like some fog coming through just so gently through the air. It just gives this sense of grandiosity that I feel like is lost in the original for obvious reasons, but they did a bang-up job here, especially when it comes to the hollows. Ye who owns 3 spiritual stones, stand with the Ocarina of Time and play the Song of Time. Alright, let's do it. With that, the door of time has opened, and we can complete our quest in its entirety. Without further ado, let's approach the sacred altar and awaken the hero of destiny. Oh no. Did we fall for the oldest trick in the book? Because I have a sneaking suspicion that we very well may have. But a very strange figure seems to have awakened us from this possible nightmare. Oh my god. What debts did I not pay in a previous life to be confronted by Rauru, one of the ancient sages? Sorry, his name is a little silly, I think, but apparently he's an ancient sage that helped build the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the sacred realm. This is the Chamber of Sages inside the Temple of Light. Situated in the very center, it's the last stronghold against Ganondorf's evil forces. The Master Sword, the evil destroying sword that you pulled out of the pedestal of time, was the final key. But wait. Oh my god. I am officially drop dead sexy. What has happened? Navi is freaking out. I'm all grown up, What happened? The Master Sword is a sacred blade that evil ones may never touch. Only one worthy of the title of Hero of Time can pull it from the pedestal. But I was too young because apparently, I don't know, it just seemed inappropriate. So my spirit was sealed here for 7 years. And now that I'm old enough, the time has come to be awakened as the hero. Why, yes, I do. Though I opened the door of time, in the name of peace, Ganondorf took advantage of it and entered the forbidden sacred realm. He obtained the Triforce, and with its power became the King of Evil. His power radiated from the temples of Hyrule, and in 7 short years, transformed Hyrule into a world of monsters. His power has little influence even in the sacred realm, so Rauru, he's gonna need some help. And there is still hope. The power of the sages remains. When the power of all the sages is awakened, the seal will contain all the evil power in the void of the realm. Wow. Well, thanks for the exposition, man. Yes, I am the Hero of Time, chosen by the Master Sword. Thank God for that. Keep my spirit with you and find the power of the other sages and add their might to your own. We've received the Light Medallion. Rauru the Sage adds his power to yours. We're back in the Temple of Time, and 7 years has really passed. It looks like I won't be able to use some of the weapons I found as a kid. Let's get out of here. But wait. The monologue confessions continues. In the name of someone who's been waiting for us. When evil rules all, an awakening voice from the sacred realm will call those destined to be sages who dwell in the 5 temples. One in a deep forest, a high mountain, a vast lake, within a house of the dead, and inside a goddess of the sand. Together with the Hero of Time, the awakened ones will bind the evil and return the light of peace to the world. This is the legend of the temples passed down by my people, the Sheikah. For you see, this is Sheik, survivor of the Sheikah. A very convincingly creative name to have been bestowed upon, but we'll take their word for it. So, as it turns out, we bear a striking resemblance to the Hero of Time, and if we believe the legend, we have no choice. We need to find the 5 temples and awaken the sages. One is waiting in the Forest Temple, and the sage is a girl that we might know. Because of the evil power in the temple, she cannot hear the awakening call from the sacred realm. And as it stands, we are vastly under-equipped that we can't even enter the temple, let alone complete it. So, we should probably head to Kakariko Village. Also, thank you for not making me choose between yes and no, but Sheik is going to be a very important character moving forward, and as it stands, things are not looking super great for Hyrule right now. I mean, it started with the tariffs, and then the arresting of journalists and judges. Now, all hell has essentially broken loose across what was once a bustling market town and well-kept hedges in front of the temple. We have re-deads. And it's a little scary, and none of these other buildings are areas that we can even enter right now, so I'm just going to avoid all of you and get out of here. It's so sad what has happened here, but luckily for us, our old friend, the guard, is still around. And, well, he's not really as around as you would think. He's actually one of these Poe spirits. No, he's not. I was just joking. But there is, oh, someone who finds us very brave and handsome. Oh, and he knows our name. Okay, so claims he can read people's minds. Great. If I looked as good as you, I could run a different kind of business. What in the hell is that supposed to mean, brother? But this is the only ghost shop in all of Hyrule, and because of the great Ganondorf, it is a fine time for business like this. Oh. Yeah, you're one of those, huh? Well, Poes are the spirits of concentrated hatred that appear in the fields and graveyard. They hate the world. But if you catch a Poe, you'll pay a lot of money for it. And I don't really know if I want to deal with that anymore. By the way, there is a lovely little pot in here that will always have a red rupee in it because, well, suffice it to say, the drawbridge no longer functions and you can't farm rupees that way. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hyrule Field. Things haven't really changed out here as much as you would think, and although you might be compelled to go straight to Kakariko, there is some other business that I'd like to attend to first, so long as the bisexual lighting will allow it. Then we're going to make our way straight on over to Lon Lon Ranch as quickly as possible before night falls. And did we make it? I think we did. It's beautiful, but it's not how we remember it. No longer does the incredible music play here, but let's see what Ingo's up to. Let's see if that old dusty man is still around here, messing things up as always. No, he's nowhere to be found, and Malon. Oh, a visitor. It's been so long since we've had one here. Where'd you come from? Since Ganondorf came, people in the castle town have gone, places have been ruined, and monsters are wandering everywhere. Mr. Ingo is just using the ranch to gain Ganondorf's favor. Everyone seems to be turning out to be evil, but Talon was kicked out. And, oh no, he will treat the horses badly? Oh, that motherfucker. All right, listen up, Mr. Ingo. I got words for you, and they are not very pleasant. But first, let's go and check out this area. So even though Talon's been kicked out, apparently the Cuckoos are still here and having a grand old time. But like I mentioned back when Talon owned the joint, it was kind of a cute, quaint little room that he and Malon shared here. It has been turned into the worst dressed bachelor pad I've ever seen in my life. I mean, look at this. Why does he look like a goddamn, like, rabid rabbit, you know? Like, he just looks so dumb there. He's also got, apparently newspaper clippings of a horse and Banuru, perhaps? And also a portrait of Ganondorf. What is he doing with that, man? Oh my goodness, this is unbelievable. But at least, you know what? He kept this incredible portrait of the fruit in the bowl, so that's awesome. Now, as I mentioned before, there was a nice little Easter egg to Skyward Sword, of all things here, where Malon had drawn on the wall there. It's been overdone with, I guess that's a silhouette of Ingo's face, right? But there's also a picture of Skyward Sword, so that's kind of cool. I mean, 2011 was a pretty long time ago. Some of you probably weren't even born when that game came out. No, that would be very depressing. But nothing much we can do here, except maybe grab those rupees if you need them. And, oh, there's like a gate here, and Cuckoos just prancing around. No tree with a Skulltula. Oh. Alright, let's go and chat it up with the man. Listen, brother, you and I, we might not see eye to eye on things, and that's okay, because you're gonna get yours. So he immediately addresses the rumors that he cheated Talon out of the ranch, but no. Talon was weak. I, the hard-working Ingo, poured so much energy into this place. I don't want any strangers like you saying nothing bad about me. The great Ganondorf recognized my obvious talents and gave the ranch to me. Obviously because he has nothing else better to do in his life. But he's going to raise a fine horse and win recognition with the great Ganondorf. Alright, fine. So we can pay him to ride a horse, and I don't really care to listen to your spiel. Instead, he's gonna charge us 10 rupees for a minute. You know what? I don't want to deal with this. I am going to fat finger my way into playing this song, damn it. Out of nowhere, Epona appears. Yeah, we're not taking your dirty old other horse out for a ride, which I'm sorry to say is probably a very gentle, kind, loving soul. But we can learn how to go at these in the complete wrong angle and, you know, do a couple of neat little jumps, get some rupees out of it. You can actually get back the ones that were charged to you just like that. So not a bad go of things just to stay even though you can just go back to his room and go and steal that other stuff. Navi, not now. I'm busy. I want to shit talk this guy some more. Do I know you? I just feel as though I've seen you somewhere before. Oh, thank you. I know I'm doing exactly that. But yeah, I'm done. Don't worry about me. So with that having been said and done, we actually do need to do this one more time. Yeah, you're welcome. I know it's not something he does very often. But believe it or not, actually, do we need to... I don't know if we need to play the song again necessarily, but I do know... Oh yeah, Epona really does not quite trust us enough yet. But that's okay. That's why we play the song, to reassure her and to let her know that we're safe. Poor thing is probably traumatized, you know? So from here, yeah, I probably should go and grab my roots again. Here we go. And after we do this a second time, he is going to feel a little weird about the fact that Epona appears to be so much more open to us riding her than anyone else. Yeah, how about a little race with me? One lap around the Koro with that horse. 50 rupees. Okay. I guess. That seems like a terrible bet. And of course, he's gonna cheat, which is great. Love it when that happens. He did a quick false start, but he's also gonna be slapping the hell out of that horse. I feel bad for that. Jesus, can you like stop doing that in my ear? This first part is actually pretty simple. You don't have to worry much about Ingo overtaking you so long as you're able to squeeze yourself out front. And with that, done. Thank you, I think. Oh my god, he's in such agony. This is an incredible animation, and I feel like I do this when I have a headache. If the great Ganondorf found out about this humiliation, hey, one more race, double or nothing. Oh, I guess I don't have much of a choice in the matter. This time, he is not going to play so nice, and instead we just really need to make sure that we're able to squeeze in between him and the fence, and then try to stop him from getting ahead of us. You also want to try not to use all of your carrots at once, because the time it takes to regenerate them is a little excessive, and if you let it get to 0, it's just not good. But he seems to be doing a pretty terrible job on his own anyway there, so thank you. Thank you very much. You dumbass. What is up with that horse? Yeah, I did tame that wild horse right under your big, fat, stupid, hairy nose. And apparently it was the one he was gonna gift Ganondorf, but he bet it on the race. And of course, because he's such a noble man, he's gonna, you know, hold up his end of the bargain. Or not. He'll never let us leave this ranch. Wow. Well, that's going great. Thank you for that. Luckily for us, Epona is a fantastic jumper, and we can literally jump the hell out of Dodge. Man, I cannot emphasize enough just how incredible our triumphant escape out of the clutches of a diet evil man could possibly have been. But seeing as how night has fallen, we all know just how easy it is for properties to change hands overnight. So with a flick of the wrist and a quick jaunt through time, we await the coming of morning and see just how fucked Ingo is. It's still a little bit early, but oh, That was quick. Oh, hello? Why are you so happy? Hi there, how are you? I am Ingo. I feel so honored to be allowed to work here. Oh, okay then. Well, I guess the deed was still in her inventory. Let's go and chat it up just a bit. Hello. Yeah. So she forgot that we were the fairy boy from the forest years ago. Yeah, Epona remembered us, but only after we played the song. Oh, and about Mr. Ingo. He was afraid the evil king might find out that Epona had been taken away. But all of a sudden, one day, as in 6 hours ago, he went back to being a normal, nice person. Can't believe it, but peace is returning to this ranch. See, that's what happens when you kill cancer. It just... clear as day. But there's one last thing we're going to do before ending things off. And yeah, Epona does look great, and even though she is not required to beat the game, we still want to have her for as long as we possibly can, and we're being challenged. And this is kind of annoying. So we have 50 seconds to go around the corral 2 times, and she'll give us a present if we're able to do it. This is honestly one of the greatest things that you could possibly get in this game. Trust me. The only issue is that this race is surprisingly difficult. Ingo was nothing compared to this, and you have to hit these jumps perfectly and take into consideration your carrot management while staying as close to the inside of the fence as you possibly can. And hopefully we're able to do this. The best I've been able to do on this is 48 seconds. Otherwise, I just am not entirely sure if it's possible to go much faster. But so long as we keep our wits about us, nice steady supply of carrots. Here we go, go right. Oh yeah, we actually might be close. Getting 50 on the dot does not help. Oh god, carrots, where are they at? Oh my god, thank you, thank you. I accidentally double pressed or something. I thought I had one extra, but whew, 49 is the new course record. So she has to give us a present to commemorate our new record. But it's a little too heavy to give to us here, so she'll have it delivered to our house. How do you know where I live? Alright, well, I'm not going to ask any questions, but ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our time here in The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. We've become an adult, and we now are tax-paying citizens of society. Next time, we're going to head off to Kakariko Village and see exactly what we can do there, because chances are, life is going to suck. And I'm just saying that from experience. But thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you here next time. We got a long road ahead of us, my friends, but we're just getting started. Take care, everyone.